7 signs you're not getting restorative sleep over 60. Are you really resting, or are you just lying down and hoping for the best? If you're over 60, this is a question that matters more than you might think, because in today's video, we're going to uncover the 7 clear signs that you're not getting truly restorative sleep. The kind of rest that heals your body, sharpens your mind, and keeps your energy alive throughout the day. Now, let me tell you why this is worth your full attention. If you watch until the end, you'll not only recognize these signs in your own life, but you'll also learn one surprisingly simple method, something you might already know, something that might even seem basic, that can completely transform the way you rest at night. And the results? They're nothing short of out of this world. Think of this as your personal roadmap to better sleep after 60, designed for clarity, simplicity, and action. Whether you've been tossing and turning, waking up groggy, or just not feeling refreshed in the morning, this video is going to help you connect the dots and finally understand what your body has been trying to tell you. So stay with me, because if you're tired of feeling tired, if you want to wake up with more clarity, strength, and even joy in your mornings, then this video might be exactly what you've been waiting for. Sign 1. Waking up tired. One of the clearest signs you're not getting restorative sleep is this. You wake up feeling like you never slept at all. Think about it. You go to bed, maybe you even stay in bed for 7 or 8 hours, but when morning comes, you feel groggy, heavy, and almost resentful of the day ahead. That's not normal, and it's not just getting older. Restorative sleep should leave you feeling renewed, not drained. Here's why this happens. As we age, the deeper stages of sleep become harder to reach. These are the stages when your brain and body repair themselves. Your immune system strengthens, your memory sorts itself out, and your muscles recover. If you're not dipping into those stages enough, it doesn't matter how many hours you're in bed, you'll still feel like you're running on empty. I want you to notice this carefully. Do you often reach for coffee or tea just to get through your morning routine? Do you feel like you're dragging your feet before noon? If yes, your sleep isn't working the way it should for you. And here's the good news. Just identifying this first sign is already a big step forward. Once you see the pattern, you can start to change it. Stick around, because the next sign might shock you. It hides in plain sight, and most people over 60 miss it completely. Sign 2. Memory slips and brain fog. Let's talk about your brain for a moment. If you're noticing more forgetfulness, misplacing your keys, struggling to recall a name, or feeling foggy when trying to focus, this could be a sign of poor restorative sleep. Now, some memory changes happen naturally with age, but when your brain doesn't get enough deep rest, these lapses become more frequent and more frustrating. During sleep, especially in the deeper stages, your brain acts like a cleaning crew. It clears away waste products, organizes your memories, and restores your ability to learn and focus. Without this nightly reset, your brain starts to feel cluttered, scattered, and tired. I know it can be worrying. You might start asking yourself, is this just aging, or is something bigger happening? But here's the hopeful truth. So often, what feels like early memory loss is really just sleep deprivation in disguise. So let's pause for a gentle reminder. If you're watching this video and this part resonates with you, type 1 in the comments below. That way I'll know you're with me and that you care enough about your health to take action. Now keep watching, because the third sign is one that sneaks up on you silently, and it can affect your mood more than you realize. Sign 3. irritability, and mood swings. Have you ever noticed how a restless night can make the whole day feel heavier? You might find yourself snapping at loved ones, feeling anxious for no reason, or even sinking into sadness more easily. If this sounds familiar, it could be your sleep, or more accurately, the lack of restorative sleep taking control of your emotions. Sleep and mood are deeply connected. When you don't get restorative rest, your brain struggles to regulate stress hormones like cortisol. This leaves you more sensitive, more reactive, and less resilient when things don't go your way. It's not just about being cranky. It's your brain and body literally running low on emotional fuel. And let me say this with love, it's not your fault. Many people over 60 assume that changes in mood are just part of aging. But in reality, many of these emotional ups and downs can be traced back to the quality of your sleep. So if you've been feeling unusually irritable, or if joy feels harder to find lately, don't ignore it. Your sleep may be quietly shaping your emotions. Coming up next, we'll uncover a sign that shows up physically and often gets mistaken for something else entirely. Sign 4. Aches and pains that don't heal. Have you noticed that small aches, muscle soreness, or joint stiffness just seem to linger longer than they used to? Maybe you had a long day of gardening or you went for a walk, and instead of recovering overnight, you wake up even more sore. This is another clear sign of not getting restorative sleep. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormones that repair muscles, rebuild tissue, and calm down inflammation. Without this stage of sleep, healing slows down. That stiffness in your back, that ache in your knees, even that nagging shoulder pain, it may not just be age. It could be a lack of nighttime repair. The frustrating part is that many people assume these pains are permanent. They accept it as just part of being older. But what if the real issue is that your body isn't being given the chance to heal itself each night? This is why sleep is often called the best medicine. It's not just about closing your eyes, it's about giving your body the chance to repair, restore, and rebuild. And here's the empowering part. Once you recognize this sign, you can start working on it. Because later in this video, I'll share one powerful method to improve the healing quality of your sleep. It might surprise you. Sign 5, weakened immune system. Here's a question. Do you catch colds or infections more easily than you used to? If yes, your immune system may be sending you a signal about your sleep. During restorative sleep, your body produces proteins called cytokines. These are like tiny soldiers that fight infections, reduce inflammation, and help you recover faster. Without enough restorative rest, your immune defense weakens. That means something as small as the common cold can knock you down for days, and recovery takes longer. I know how discouraging that can feel. You might start thinking your body is failing you. But the truth is, your body is trying its best. It just needs the right rest to keep defending you. Think of sleep as your personal pharmacy. Every night, your body manufactures medicine for your immune system. But if you cut short or disrupt your sleep, the pharmacy closes early and you're left unprotected. This is why getting good sleep isn't just about comfort, it's about survival and resilience. And don't worry, because later we'll talk about simple, practical steps to make your nights more healing. But first, let's move on to a sign that hides in your daily habits without you even noticing. Sign 6, needing naps too often. Now, naps can be wonderful, right? A short, refreshing nap can actually boost memory and energy. But here's the difference. If you find yourself needing naps every single day or multiple times a day, it might be a sign your nighttime sleep isn't restorative. Think of it like this. If your body had gotten the right kind of rest at night, you wouldn't need to keep topping it off during the day. Excessive daytime sleepiness is your body's way of saying, hey, last night didn't work. We need more recovery. The problem is, these naps often don't fix the root cause. They may give you temporary relief, but they can also interfere with your ability to fall asleep at night, creating a frustrating cycle. So here's a question for you. Are your naps a joyful choice, or are they a desperate need? There's a big difference, and paying attention to it can tell you a lot about the quality of your sleep. Stay tuned, because the seventh sign is one many people ignore, but it can reveal exactly why you're still not feeling rested. Sign 7, frequent night wakings. The final sign is this: waking up too often during the night. It could be from discomfort, bathroom trips, or just sudden alertness for no reason. While occasional waking is normal, frequent interruptions prevent you from entering deep, restorative sleep. Here's the tricky part. You might not even remember all the times you wake up. Sometimes it's just tiny awakenings that break your sleep cycle without you noticing. But the result is the same. You wake up unrefreshed, like your rest was stolen. Now, for people over 60, night wakings are common, but that doesn't mean you have to accept them as normal. They're often tied to habits, environment, or even unrecognized health conditions. And the sooner you address them, the sooner you give yourself back the healing nights you deserve. So there you have it. The 7 signs your sleep may not be truly restorative. But don't click away yet, because from here, I'm going to share what you can actually do about it. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Why restorative sleep matters more after 60. Now that we've gone through the 7 signs, let's take a step back and look at the big picture. Why does restorative sleep matter so much more after age 60? Well, it comes down to this. Your body is naturally working harder to keep everything balanced. Hormones shift, muscle recovery slows, and your immune system doesn't bounce back as quickly. That means the quality of your sleep becomes even more important than the quantity. Think of restorative sleep as your nightly reset button. Without it, every system, your heart, your brain, your mood, your digestion, gets a little more strained each day. Over time, that adds up. But here's the beautiful part. When you do prioritize restorative sleep, the changes ripple through your life. Suddenly, mornings feel brighter, your memory sharper, and even simple pleasures like walking outside or having coffee with a friend feel more energizing. So don't let anyone tell you poor sleep is just part of aging. It's not. Your body still has the ability to repair, heal, and renew itself if you give it the chance. And in the next segments, we'll dive into practical solutions to help you get that chance, starting with one of the biggest hidden obstacles to deep sleep: hidden sleep saboteurs in your routine. Here's something you might not realize. Many everyday habits silently sabotage your sleep. For example, drinking coffee or even tea too late in the afternoon can keep your brain buzzing long into the night. Scrolling on your phone before bed? That blue light tells your brain it's daytime, shutting off your natural sleep signals. Even something as simple as eating a heavy meal close to bedtime can disrupt your body's ability to fully rest. And here's the tricky part. These habits don't always keep you from falling asleep.
Instead, they stop you from reaching the deeper stages of sleep where real restoration happens. So you might think, well, I slept 7 hours, but your body knows better. You didn't get the healing you needed. The good news? Once you recognize these saboteurs, you can start adjusting. Maybe it's switching to herbal tea after 3 p.m., dimming the lights an hour before bed, or creating a gentle bedtime ritual that tells your body it's safe to power down. If this resonates with you and you're still watching right now, I'd love to hear from you. Type 1 in the comments below. It's a simple step, but it shows me you're engaged and ready to take your rest seriously. Stay tuned because next we'll explore how your environment, the space around you, can make or break your sleep quality.
Your sleep environment, the silent partner. Let's talk about your bedroom. Is it helping you sleep, or is it quietly stealing your rest? Many people underestimate how much the environment matters. Things like room temperature, noise, lighting, and even your mattress can make the difference between tossing and turning all night or sinking into truly restorative rest. For example, as we age, our bodies become more sensitive to temperature. A room that's too warm can cause frequent night wakings. Light pollution, even from a small alarm clock, can signal your brain to stay alert instead of drifting deeper. And that old mattress you've been holding on to, if it doesn't support your body properly, it can lead to pain that interrupts your sleep cycles. Your environment should feel like a sanctuary, dark, cool, and quiet. Small changes like blackout curtains, a supportive pillow, or even a white noise machine can completely transform your nights. And you deserve that comfort. Think of it like this. Your bedroom should be a place where the world falls away and your body feels safe to let go. If it's not, then you're missing one of the easiest opportunities to improve your sleep. In the next segment, we'll talk about one of the most overlooked factors of all, your body's natural rhythm. Respecting your sleep rhythm. Every body has a rhythm, a natural clock that tells you when to feel awake and when to rest. But here's the catch. As we age, this rhythm becomes easier to disrupt. Staying up too late, irregular schedules, or even too much artificial light can throw your body's natural timing off balance. When that rhythm breaks, sleep feels harder to get, and mornings feel harder to face. The secret is consistency. Going to bed and waking up around the same time every day, even on weekends, helps train your body to slip more easily into restorative sleep. You may think, but I'm retired, I don't need a strict schedule anymore. And yes, freedom is wonderful, but your body still craves structure. Think of it like watering a plant at the same time each day. It thrives better when it knows what to expect. So if you've been struggling with inconsistent sleep, try setting a simple routine. Dim the lights, sip calming tea, or read something gentle before bed. Over time, your brain will recognize these signals as the invitation to rest. And don't go anywhere, because in the next section, we're diving into a hidden physical factor that many people over 60 overlook, yet it plays a huge role in how refreshed you feel. The role of movement and exercise. Here's something you might not expect. How you move during the day shapes how you sleep at night.
When you engage in gentle, regular movement, like walking, stretching, or light strength training, you're not just keeping your body active, you're actually training your system to rest more deeply when the day is done. Exercise increases the amount of slow wave sleep, the stage where your body repairs itself most effectively. But here's the key: timing matters. Intense exercise too close to bedtime can actually rev you up, making it harder to fall asleep. Gentle movement earlier in the day, however, sets you up beautifully for restful nights. And no, you don't need to run marathons. A 20-minute walk, some chair stretches, or even light yoga can be enough. The goal isn't exhaustion, it's balance. Your body craves activity so it can fully embrace rest later. So if you've been skipping daily movement, consider this your gentle nudge. Restorative sleep isn't just about what happens in bed, it's about how you live your day. Next, we'll talk about something many people whisper about, but rarely connect to sleep: the role of stress and the racing mind. Stress and the racing mind. Picture this. You're lying in bed, the house is quiet, but your mind is racing. Thoughts about the past, worries about the future, or even a never-ending to-do list keep your brain buzzing. Sound familiar? This is one of the biggest barriers to restorative sleep. When stress hormones stay elevated, your body can't fully relax. Even if you drift off, you'll wake up restless because your system is still on guard. And for many people over 60, worries about health, family, or even finances make it especially hard to let go at night. Here's the truth. Your mind needs its own bedtime routine. Deep breathing, light journaling, prayer, or listening to calming music can all help signal to your brain that it's time to release the day. I want you to try this before bed tonight. Write down just 3 things you're grateful for. It's a simple shift that pulls your mind out of stress mode and into peace. Coming up next, we're going to connect the dots between nutrition and sleep, a piece many people overlook completely. Nutrition and sleep connection. What you eat during the day has a direct impact on how you sleep at night. Heavy, greasy foods close to bedtime can cause discomfort and indigestion, keeping your body busy when it should be resting. Too much sugar or caffeine, even earlier in the day, can linger and disrupt your natural sleep cycles. But here's the empowering part. The right foods can support your sleep. For example, foods rich in magnesium, like leafy greens, nuts, and seeds, help relax your muscles and calm your nervous system. A small portion of complex carbs, like oatmeal or whole grain toast, can actually help your brain release serotonin, which converts into melatonin, the sleep hormone. Even hydration matters. Drinking too much water too close to bedtime can cause multiple bathroom trips, but being dehydrated can also trigger leg cramps and restlessness. It's about finding balance and timing. So think of your meals as part of your sleep plan. The choices you make at the dinner table ripple forward into your night. Next, we'll explore the role of medical conditions, because sometimes sleep struggles aren't just habits, they're hidden health signals you shouldn't ignore. Medical conditions that affect sleep. Sometimes, no matter how perfect your habits are, medical conditions play a role in disrupting your sleep. Sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, arthritis, and even heartburn are common culprits for people over 60. And here's the challenge. Many of these conditions go undiagnosed because people assume their symptoms are just normal aging. For example, loud snoring or gasping for air at night might feel embarrassing, but it could signal sleep apnea, a condition that interrupts your breathing and prevents deep sleep. Leg cramps or constant movement might point to restless leg, and chronic pain from arthritis often peaks at night, breaking your rest. The key here is awareness. If you've tried improving your habits and environment, but still struggle, it's worth talking to your doctor. Sometimes medical support is the missing piece in restoring your nights. And please remember, there's no shame in seeking help. Restorative sleep isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Your health, your memory, your joy in daily life all depend on it. Up next, I'll share with you the single most powerful method I've seen to transform sleep over 60. And it might be simpler than you think.
The most powerful sleep method. All right, this is the part you've been waiting for. The method I've seen work wonders time and time again, especially for people over 60. It's called sleep hygiene. Now, don't let the term fool you. It's not about being clean. It's about creating a consistent, supportive routine that trains your brain and body to enter deep, restorative sleep. Here's how it works. Consistency, same bedtime and wake time every day. Wind down ritual, reading, prayer, or gentle stretches before bed. Environment, cool, dark, and quiet room. Cutting stimulants, no caffeine late in the day, and avoid heavy meals close to bedtime. Relaxation, deep breathing, meditation, or gratitude journaling. You might already know some of this. It might even seem basic, but here's the truth. When you actually put these steps together night after night, the results are out of this world. People report waking up refreshed for the first time in years, feeling calmer, stronger, and more alive. This isn't a quick fix, it's a lifestyle shift. But it's the kind of shift that gives you back energy, joy, and clarity every single day. And in the final segment, I'll leave you with the one powerful takeaway I want you to carry forward. So here's the big takeaway. Restorative sleep is not just about lying in bed. It's about giving your body and mind the right conditions to heal. The signs we covered, fatigue, memory slips, mood swings, aches, weakened immunity, constant naps, and night wakings, are not things you have to accept. They're signals that your body wants something better. And the best part? Change is possible at any age. With consistent habits, a supportive environment, and attention to your health, you can transform your nights and reclaim your mornings. Imagine waking up feeling clear, energized, and truly alive again. That's what's waiting for you when you take your rest seriously. Now, here's my heartfelt request. If this video has spoken to you, if even one of these signs resonated, type 2 in the comments right now. And while you're at it, please hit subscribe, like, and share this video, because you never know who else, maybe a friend, a neighbor, or even a family member might be struggling with the same sleep issues without even realizing it. You've given me your time today, and I don't take that lightly. Remember, better sleep means a better life. And you, my friend, absolutely deserve it.